Hey, good day, everybody. Good day, everybody. It's Ronco Johnson. It's your Lifestyle Focused Wealth Advisor. Thank you for joining us. Guess what? It's Lifestyle Focus Friday, and we're here. We're back, and we're going to have a great conversation today. We want to talk to you about the importance of relaxation and how relaxation can make you more money. Can you believe that? Well, if you sit back, relax, and unwind with us, we're going to sit back and talk about some ways that you can make more money just by relaxing. So sit back, relax, unwind. We got more coming up. This is Lifestyle Focus Friday. I'm your host, Ronco Johnson, keeping you company. We'll see you on the inside. See you soon. Hey, everybody, it's Ronco Johnson keeping you company. Thank you for joining us. Today, we're going to be talking about relaxation, and we're going to be talking about how relaxation can help you make more money. That's correct. Sit back, relax, and unwind. I'm your host, Ronco Johnson. Thank you guys for joining us. I see we got some of our family and friends out there. I've missed you guys while I was out of town, enjoying the Bahama beaches and the breezes. And yes, that's why we're going to talk about this topic today, resetting, and why it's so important to reset and why relaxing is okay. You know, most people will probably think it's okay to keep running and keep going, right? And is that doing you any good? Is that doing you any good as you continue to try to build your wealth out there as you're grinding? If you know what I mean by that, I like to say if you're grinding, it's probably not working. Because if my car was grinding, I promise you I would pull over and try to figure it out. But if it's riding smoothly, you probably are doing the right thing. You're probably doing the right thing. So real quick, I'm looking in the comments. Hey, Leela, I see you guys out there in Georgia. She's already ready for some nuggets today. I got some nuggets for you, darling. I do. I really do. Let's see who else is out there in the dog pound today. Well, before we get started, as you can see, relaxation, when you come back, you know, sometimes all the little things are a little bit out of place. So it just takes me a second to get back in the groove of things. But before we get started, we want to make sure that we welcome you to Lifestyle Focus Fridays, where we talk about what millionaires and billionaires do and how they are effective. I think we all want to know what millionaires and billionaires do. And, you know, most of the time we talk about money principles and wealth principles and all these different things that keep you going. So what we want to do is ask you before we jump into it, don't forget to like us, subscribe to us, share, and hit that notification bell, bing. And that way you can let everybody know that you're on and you're popping, and let other people know that you're not keeping us a secret. And we need that help. We need the help as we're trying to build up our community, right? We're building up our community, and we can't do it without people like you. And we are so grateful to have you. So if you're hearing something today as I'm talking and it just resonates with you, I want to ask you to make a comment and put takeaways in quotes, takeaways, or just let me know what it is that you're taking away from our segment. That way we know that we're saying some stuff that is important to you and informative to you, so we could keep providing you quality content in many different perspectives as we talk about lifestyle-focused wealth. You know, we normally talk about the buildup of cash value and insurance and how that helps, right? Well, we should know by now that we look at the insurance product as the banking system. And we look at the banking system as being your own bank. And how do we fund everything that we do in life, finance everything we do, if we can, using these specially designed and engineered life insurance products that allow us to continue to grow money while we relax and unwind. And we're going to share with you some of those secrets of how we do that here in just a moment. And I get so excited just to even talk about our opportunities and how we have been able to implement and use these concepts and strategies in our lives. And I love hearing from you guys. I'm beginning to get messages from all the way from the Bahamas, actually, about how you're using your cash values and your policies, or even calling in and asking, hey, Ronco, is there any other opportunities for me to look at my finances a certain way? And I'm always happy to have the conversation with you. And I'm going to encourage you to give us a call. Join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Join us right here online. It's not hard to do. If you're sneaking a peek and you're not a part of our membership, you're missing out. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Get an opportunity to talk to me more one-on-one and the rest of our folks, and learn about what Lifestyle Focused Wealth is all about. Okay? Promise me, it will be the best $20 a month that you've ever spent. And the value of it comes back to pay dividends in a big way. So before I get started in it today, let's go to a commercial. All right. Well, I guess our banner was acting a little funny for us today. So we're going to just skip right on into it. So let's talk about it. Relaxation and rest to make you more money. How does that happen? Well, believe it or not, the key to making more money is actually to relax. It's just to relax. And let me show you how in 2024. That's what we're going to do today. And beginning from the very beginning, we want to talk about the pursuit of money often leads to a lot of stress and burnout. And if you're like me that works a lot of hours, I mean, there's a lot of hours in our business day, our office day, and all the other things that we have to accomplish in a day, a week, a month, or what have you. It is absolutely important to keep in mind your mental and emotional health, and start to think about, okay, I got to give myself 3 months that I'm going to run hard, and then I need to take a break. Run hard and then take a break. And as you're building up the capacity to add more of a load to your pursuit to wealth, you're also making sure you get an opportunity to smell the roses, right? So we're going to introduce a concept of relaxation that can actually be the key to making more money, and probably even challenging some common notions that people have about working hard, staying at it, and keep going. So I realize that is probably what most people are thinking about. But we're going to discuss the societal pressures of work nonstop and the negative impact on mental health and productivity. And I know for me, being a former athlete and then being in the radio and television business, it was always chaotic because everything was raced off of time. How much time did you have? Just like our video just before, our little commercial break just before. If it was quiet too long, you could get in trouble. So we didn't want to have too much dead air. Or if you weren't at your highest capacity, you could risk being injured if you were an athlete. And so these things definitely stay front of mind. But we need to explore the idea of relaxation, mindfulness, and having a work life balance. A work life balance that can lead you to increased activity and creativity, focus, and ultimately financial success. And that's what we're here for. That's what this group is all about. So if this is something that's interesting to you, hopefully some of these stories and some of our findings will support the idea of relaxation and helping you reach your financial goals. And in conclusion, hopefully you can incorporate some of these ideas in your lifestyle and these relaxation techniques into your lifestyle, into your daily routine as you see your financial growth start to skyrocket. And I'm just going to ask you to share with us as you go along and do that. All right, share it with us. We want to know. So put it down in the comments if you like this idea. Give me a thumbs up and let us know that hey, this is something that's important to me. How many of you out there are working your 9 to 5s, or you feel like you're working more hours now that you can work at home, and you come home, you eat, you say hello to your family, and you go right back to typing on your keyboard? How about that? How many of you are out there are actually trying to juggle that? Well, today we're going to dive into some topics that might surprise you. Have you ever considered that the key to making more money could actually just be relaxing, taking a break? So, stick around here and find out. We got more information that we're going to share with you, okay? So let's challenge some of the ideas of what hustling 24/7 does for you and how that might not be the best thing. And what if I told you that taking a moment to relax could be the game changer in your financial game? Yeah, I'm saying it. Just take a deep breath. Exhale and relax. In today's society, we have an immense amount of pressure to constantly be grinding and hustling. So if this was the case and we're nonstop at work, our mentality often leads to burnout. And it affects our mental health. It affects our overall production. It is not the best thing to do. It's time to rethink that approach. Last week I took some time off, had a wonderful conference, thanks to the folks at the Lafayette Life Company, and they hosted a beautiful event in the Bahamas, in Grand Bahamas, and I had the opportunity to talk to many top producers, some of the top advisors in their companies, and I got to meet some world leaders, some from Africa and all these other places, and we had conversations, candlelight dinner conversations, and beachside conversations, and I realized something. I realized how much I was working, but I enjoy my job. I enjoy my career. I enjoy speaking to you. But at the same time, when do you get an opportunity to relax? So what if I told you embracing relaxation and practicing mindfulness and finding a work-life balance could actually enhance your creativity? It sharpens your focus and ultimately leads to financial success. And then you're working smarter, not harder. I realized that when I came back from the beach, and I am still, you can hear it in my voice. I'm probably talking a little faster than normal. I've gotten my massages. I've gotten manicures and pedicures and all the good stuff. I've treated myself. I did. I treated myself. I ate clean. I didn't go off the handle. I enjoyed some snorkeling. All those good things that I normally wouldn't do. But the one thing I did do unapologetically was turn my cell phone off, disconnected my computer, and stayed off the grid for 7 days. And I can tell you what, I feel better. I feel better. It's amazing how much room that you're stacking into that little bitty brain of yours And if you could just let it kind of relax for a moment, what it will do for you, right? What it would do for you as you're thinking about your bills, as you're thinking about things that you got to go to, basketball practices, cheerleading practices, paying all your bills, all these different things. Man, it's amazing how much information we can get. And we were having a conversation about AI. I see you, Leela. I see you. So I'm resonating with you today. I got you. What's happening, Sam? I see you out there today too. Thank you for joining us. But we were talking about, the creation of AI and, all the wonderful things about AI and how basically it can duplicate what us humans are doing without any emotion. And I stopped to think about that for a second. Yeah, it has its good places and its bad places. But if I wanted to be positive about some of the effects of AI, how much pressure would it take off of our mind? If we could actually take some of the pressure off, not thinking about everything, but some of the pressure off so that things can continue to be complete or be worked on as you take a 5 minute, 10-minute break to yourself. And I think that is something to really, really think about, because as we're getting more and more involved, we're not having time to think. We are human. We're not computers. We need more time with our families and friends, and we need to be socialized. And when we're sitting there working all the time, I don't think we're actually getting the opportunity. So um, those are some of the ideas that I wanted to just run by you guys today and start thinking, what do you think? What do you think about embracing relaxation, taking a day off, and practicing being mindful of how you feel and how other people feel around you? When we're talking about finances, it makes people uptight. It really does. The average person gets a little bit shaky when we start talking about your personal finance or your debt or how we're going to get out of it. But it's amazing what happens. The people who have started to find time to build time in for themselves to relax, relate, and release, how when they come back to whatever that focused point was, they find more time and they have better ideas and more effective time management. And these are the things that we are wanting to have conversations about, because if we're worried all the time, your anxiety is up, cortisol levels are up, stress levels are up. Maybe you're shouting at people you shouldn't be. But when you can take time and just relax, just relax, it's amazing what happens to your focus. It just gets sharper. So we want to just talk about, some of the research and findings and ideas that not only that is just a luxury for some people, but it's a necessity as we age. And I'd like to tell you this: in achieving your financial goals is absolutely necessary. Trust me, the proof is in the pudding. Trust me, you need to take time to yourself. If it's just a 45-minute walk, I've learned that going outside and walking has been a game changer. Why? Because you got fresh air. You're around living things. You might even see a few people, a dog or two in the park while you're there, but take time just to recognize it. Remember, I said mindfulness. Practice mindfulness. And what starts to realize is, you might have to get some exercise in. You can't be in front of the computer the whole time, right? And you start to think about, hey, what are the things that I need to do that are have left undone? Do I have my will together? Have I completed my trust fund? I know walking for me, it was a great time to think about how I wanted to design my companies and my trust, and who was going to take uh, care of me, and what was the action plan, and all those different things, while I'm just taking a brisk walk and losing weight at the same time. Or maybe I just take some time around the grocery store, eating the right fruits and the berries and the melons and the things that we need to really start focusing on. So, as we're talking about mental health, emotional health, and financial health, we have to take time to make sure all of it is part of our lifestyle. Am I making sense to you? Am I making sense to you today? I see you, Lila. You say you're waiting for another jazz night. Hey, for me, jazz is definitely part of my relaxation. It's how I relax and relate and release. I love to sit down and have conversations with people, share a glass of wine, get to know a little bit more about them. And at the same time, we're building uh, a much more focused relationship. I know I know Sam is out there looking, and we had a conversation just the other day. Just a simple hello and how you're doing, and a focused in on that engagement. Focus in on that engaging conversation for a few minutes. And you learn so much more. You learn so much more. And sometimes when we just take a moment to hear what's around us, we start to figure out how much we missed. We missed a lot because we were listening with one ear, not two. We were listening with one ear, but we're thinking about the next thing to do or how to answer the question over here or what's on my mind and what I got to do on my next appointment and all those type of things. So if this is ringing true to somebody else besides myself, put in the comments, this is true. Give me a thumbs up. This is true. Give me a heart or something. This is true. Because I know for me, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. I get home, I get done, I leave the broadcast, I call my clients, I'm here and there. I like being in motion, but then there are times when I sit still and I still feel like I'm in motion. And that means it's probably time for me to take some things off my plate, slow my voice down, take deeper breaths. And how did that make me more money? Maybe I add a little bit more money to my cash values. Hey, did you guys hear about the stock while I was gone? The stuff like the Nvidia split. The Nvidia split, I think it was 10-1. And then you got Walmart that split earlier this year. And now you got the other stuff that's going out there, right? Chipotle with a 50-1 split. Maybe you have time to sit down and effectively think about how I can use my cash value to reposition some assets so I could make a little bit more money. Just a little hint, just a big hint. I just dropped it on you. So, when you have that opportunity, man, engagement is probably one of the biggest things. I would also say masterminding. When I got a chance to sit down with some of these talented individuals, I got to learn some of what they're doing in their hometowns and what they're doing, what makes them special and unique. And I ran into this one brother group that had their mother with them at a party, at an event. And the mother was up in age, but she got the chance to dance with us and go scuba diving or snorkeling with us. And I thought, how cool is that to take your mother with you and your brother as an event? And when we started to talk, they started to talk about how they do things in their homeland, and I got to realize, that would be really cool. That would be a really cool situation to be able to say, hey, we have our whole family compound. Have our whole family compound. And when people come to visit, they come to visit, and they have their maids, they have their cooks, they have all the things that you need, but the things that they live off of, eat, they cook, they grow it themselves. The things that we spend a lot of time and money on, they're doing it themselves. And I got to thinking, wow, some of what our challenges are is what we have to spend money on. Groceries, for one, the price of groceries, the import of food is going up. So when you sit back and relax and think about it, it's okay to maybe think about planting a garden in the backyard. It wouldn't take very much to dig a little hole, sprinkle a little water, and put your fruit or your vegetable into the hole and garden it. It would be a smart idea. Why? Because that seed is going to continue to give you many, many more returns in the nutrients that you need. So as I sit here and talk about lifestyle focused wealth, you'll hear me talk about the lifestyle. It's not always about the cash. Cash is necessary. We do need it. We do need it. However, the things we value the most, you can't buy. The things we value the most, you cannot buy. And I like to say, how long has it been since you really focused in and engaged on your time with your family? Happy belated Father's Day to all you fathers out there. I know coming back home, I got to spend time with my daughter, Amaya, and she made me a wonderful dinner. And again, there have been times in my past where I was thinking about the football game or the next meeting or all the different things. Not this time. Not this time. After coming back from the beach, I was truly engaged on Father's Day. Simply on Father's Day, I want to be present. I want to be present and engaged in the conversation, which we had a wonderful time. Now, my daughter is now 20, and I realize there's probably less and less of those times available for me. But at the end of the day, these are memories, these are opportunities that we got to bring that moment home, right? Bring that moment home. One of our listeners and one of our supporters, I know you out there, Leela, I give you a call, and I did talk to you, and I know you were sitting around the table sharing stories with Father's Day, which I thought was so cool. All the kids are sitting at the dinner table, and y'all are sharing stories in the middle of the day, and I thought that was cool to do. So when I'm even out on vacation, yes, I'm thinking about my external family, our lifestyle focused wealth family. I'm definitely thinking about you guys, but I will tell you this. Everything we need is in the room. Everything that we need is in the room. And what I mean by that is simply this. Because our community is so fantastic, sometimes you're just sharing a simple little piece of yourself with a bigger group. And every once in a while, there's an idea that you may want to implement for yourself. Isn't that the power of sharing? In other words, what I'm saying is, it takes a little pressure off of you as well, because you're not having to have all the pressure of figuring all the things out. Maybe you came up from a different background. You have a different scenario, and somebody else has one or two things that they do in their life that may make yours a little bit easier. You know, a few years ago, I started getting manicures and pedicures. And I know for us guys out there, it's kind of a taboo topic, right? But no, hey, listen, I've begun to put that on my monthly schedule. I enjoy being pampered for just a few minutes prior to. It makes me feel good. I feel good. I'm relaxed. And then also people recognize that stuff, that you take care of yourself outside of work. I know that there have been times where you could be walking around and people don't mind telling you when you're doing wrong. You know, I'm a pretty big guy. So, and listen, I like to eat too, but there's times where I'm not as healthy as I should be. And I know that there's people out there that will recognize and let you know, hey, you eating a little too much, or you're having too much sugar, or whatever the case may be, unapologetically. But what does that make you feel like? A little anxious, a little you feel a little bit, um, you feel a little some way about yourself. But what happens when those statements become complimentary? Hey, your skin's looking better. Hey, I like your nails. Hey, you look like you're really working out. You're losing weight. You're eating well. I'm glad to see you drinking more water. These types of conversations are also ways to help you relax. The power of the tongue is incredible. The power of the tongue is incredible. So, how do you add some of these things into your everyday self, these rituals into your everyday life? I myself, I'm just speaking about myself today. You know, um, I myself have figured out that if I wake up early in the morning, I could go get my miles in and walk and get my day started, get my juices in my juices flowing, get my day started, get me a smoothie and some fruits and ready to go, and then come back and plug in to my day. But after a few hours of work, maybe it's okay to go to the gym, take a moment to yourself to build your muscle, build your body's muscle, and then come back to work and complete the rest of your day. So by breaking my day up, I realize that it gives me opportunities not to just continually build up stress. And building up that stress is not a good thing because we gotta release it somehow, right? And sometimes it's very difficult to release all of that at one time. So I like what I see in the comments. No judgment zone. Deep conversation at the dinner table. Exactly. And that's what we want this to be. Deep conversations about, hey, what is wealth? What is our wealth? Well, our wealth is having control of our finances, minimizing our debts, and paying as little as possible on our taxes. Not saying that we want to avoid any taxes at all, but we want to minimize them and pay our appropriate amount, right? And then we want to reposition those assets into having opportunities for our families in future wealth building strategies, whether that be creating a business, maybe that's putting money in the market, maybe that's, buying new real estate. Who knows? But the reason why we're doing these things is so that we can free up more time. If you're catching it, you're beginning to figure out that we are focused on time as wealth. The more time that we have, the more that we can enjoy our families, the more memories we can create, and we can make a little bit more money because we're more creative, we're more focused, and not a lot on our minds, right? And so, listen, if you're out there and you got a question for us, please put something down in the takeaways for us today. And I would love to read a couple of your comments. Like I said, I'm fresh from the beach, and I just wanted to make sure that I got on and have a conversation with you because I missed you. That was my first time off in 3 seasons, in 3 seasons online. I guess over 120 something, 130 something episodes. I really had missed you guys. So if you did tune in last week and I missed you, then please, please, please forgive me. It was the one day that I took some time to myself. And I'm unapologetic about it. And you should be too. All right. So, but this is what I want you to do every Friday. Catch us right here, normally at 1 o'clock on Lifestyle Focused Wealth, because this is what we talk about. This is what millionaires and billionaires do. You see them on their yachts and their catamarans somewhere at an island. And, unfortunately, they're being followed by cameras. Nobody's following me. But it's always good to have the conversation with people who have tuned into our network and have learned a couple of things. I do look relaxed. Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. I got a little bit of a tan too. if you haven't noticed. The power of the tongue. Yes, the power of the tongue is one of those things that's very, very important for you guys to understand. A lot of times, have you ever been in a conversation with someone and the conversation that they're having has a negative sound to it, but they're unintentionally describing their life at the moment? And if you take just a moment to speak life into your existence, you can change your daily habit. You know, when someone upsets you, if you could just take a deep breath for 10 to 15 seconds and find the positive in that situation. What did I learn from it? Why am I upset? If you can find all of this stuff and change it to a positive way to display it, you can actually change the results of your day. You can change the results of your year, your month, and all of a sudden the universe starts to bring things to you. So, more business, more prosperity, happier people, more focus. And that's really what this is all about. And we want to be happy. And the funny thing is, if you're out there on your weight challenge and you're trying to hit your fitness goals, smile more. Give more compliments. The more compliments you give, the more you will receive in return. And you'll smile more and you'll be more happy. And as you're more happy, guess what happens? Your body starts to flush out those things that are more negative. Huh. I just gave you a weight loss tip as well. A weight loss tip as well. So if this has been an effective segment for you, why relaxation and rest can make you more money, give us a thumbs up. Share it with your family and friends, and let us know, how you're feeling about our content. We want to know. We really do want to know. And we want you to be a part of our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Check it out. Hey, join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Membership starting at $16 a month when you pay the annual subscription. So register online today at www.lifestylefocusedwealth.com. So thank you guys for coming in and hanging with us. That's almost our time today. We got it went really fast. That was really fast for today. But we want to make sure that you remember to subscribe and check out our channel. We need all the help we can get, and everything we need is in the room already. We just want to make sure you, your friends, your family are here for more wealth building tips that can help you secure your financial future. And if I can be a help, let me know. Let me know. Just go to lifestylefocusedwealth.com and join our team. Join us. Join us. And we would love to have you. Maybe you can go on our next vacation, our next trip, our next cruise, or one of the above. And we'd love to have you guys. Okay. So what are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? What is on your challenge board? Well, for the next 7 to 10 days, we're going to focus on starting to plan for the next quarter. Let's start planning for the next quarter. If you took some time off, or maybe even a day, take some time off and then come back to it. And then once you come back to it, attack it aggressively. And then you will see that your brain is operating at a different speed. Your focus is totally different. And then that you can manifest good things into your life. And all of a sudden, things start moving progressively better throughout your day. And the next thing you know, you've completed your task, you're on time, you're happy, you look good, feel good, and you are also a benefit to somebody else's life around you. So that's what I got for you this week. I hope this has been helpful. I hope that somebody that needs to hear what I just said today gets the chance to hear it. And I hope it touches you in the right place. And Don't forget to talk to us about it. Let us know next week. How did your week turn out? And you can join our Facebook group, Lifestyle Focus Wealth, on Facebook as well. And let us know, how did it turn out for you? What was your takeaways from the week? What did you apply? Did it work for you? I want to know. Okay. So thank you guys for joining us. This has been a fun conversation about relaxing, relating, releasing, and unwinding. Hey, I'm Ronco Johnson. This is it, Lifestyle Focus Wealth. And I want you to enjoy your weekend. Stay safe and stay blessed. I will see you next time. Talk to you soon.